If your videos get less than 1,000 views, here are the 7 mistakes that I've made after uploading 400 long-form videos. And their solutions which got me monetized. And videos like this. And if there's only one thing you watch from this video, may it be the last one, it can truly blow your mind. But first I want you to take a look at this video, where this guy recently blew up using his blue light blocking glasses and his facial structure to his advantage. He used his unique edge. This man did the same, where he used his old age to blow up. So ask yourself, what natural outlier things about me can I put extra emphasis on? Like Theo did, who even showed more of this weird nerd energy with dyeing his hair blonde and keeping his weird moustache. Or Andrew Tate already had a loud mouth and used it even more. Or Alex Hormozi, who has even less shirt on and to show his muscles. Or Iman Gadzhi, who shows more of his expensive stuff, shows off his wealth. Or like Hamza, who remains relatable by staying in his parental home, his kid's bedroom, and especially he remains wearing the same bathrobe. So what is unique about you? With myself, I've noticed that, for example, people stare me down where I wear this muscle fit dress shirt that I'm wearing right now. Probably because I train hard in the gym and my body looks strong in it. So maybe you have a weird moustache, great jawline, or weird birthmark like Charlie Morgan, or me. Or an outlier room, for instance, a perfect view that shows off wealth. Or the complete opposite. I mean, take a look at this guy. Yeah. When I saw this, I got some serious motivation and a lot of people with me. So ask yourself, what have I already done? What can I already show right now? And how can I use that? If you've won, for example, many trophies in a certain sport, you could even wear the medal while recording. Or have them in the background, just like the YouTube play button in my niche. Maybe you're great with explaining things on whiteboards, then do that. If you travel a lot, maybe you can record some of your videos, your parts, while you travel, right? Like this vlog style editing, which has great retention. If you're ugly, you can make yourself look even like more of a madman, like this guy did. Or this crazy scientist look, like Dan Coe. So ask yourself this question. It can truly be the missing piece that you've been looking for. Here it comes. What makes you different from most people that you meet every day? And how can you emphasize, enlarge, extremify those things? Now, before we continue, let's talk about shadow bans. Since I started on YouTube in 2012, I've been shadow banned multiple times. Do I know for sure? No, but I'm pretty certain. And it is truly something you want to avoid, because you often don't know the exact reason. And thus, you don't know the exact solution either. And you don't know how long it will take for the shadow ban to be lifted. One of the ways I suspect I've been shadow banned is because I used words from this demonetized words list. It's a Google sheet with over 3,000 words that were in video titles that YouTube often demonetized in the past. It's not mine and no longer fully up to date, but it's likely that YouTube still demonetizes or shadow bans channels that use some of these words within their titles, descriptions, and especially also within their script, their recording. So next time, before you record your video, ask ChatGPT, give it your list, this Excel file, and ask it, is there any words in my script that I should remove based on this list? More about this later in the video, but if you're not shadow banned, then this next thing alone can help your next video go viral. A/B test your intros before you upload. Here is how. Record at least 2, ideally 3 different intros, and simply upload them as 3 different shorts on the same channel, or 3 different ones. Then 3 days later, check the stats, find the winner, and use that one as your intro for your next video. Now, if you're serious about YouTube, you know this can be a game changer, because getting your intro right is the difference between 100 views and 1,000,000 views. Of course, on one condition, if you get your thumbnail, title right, and so on. Now, to show you the power of this method, for this video of mine, 74% is still watching at 30 seconds, which led to 50% average view percentage and over 300,000 views. On top of that, you can even treat this hook testing method to decide which ID to record next. Here's how. When you decide to upload not 2, but 6 shorts for 3 different videos, and then look at the stats, you can decide the topic of your next video based on the shorts, the combined 2, that get the most amount of views. Also, test your thumbnails in a community tab before you upload your video. Simply create an image poll in your community tab, add your thumbnails in there, and wait at least 24 hours for the votes to come in. You can do the same for your titles by creating a text poll. This way, you are more likely to start your video with your best title and thumbnail, which can be the difference between going viral or 500 views. But something very few people know is that you can also poll which topic is most popular. Not just through uploading these shorts, which can take more effort. You can simply create a poll, ask your audience one day before you start scripting your next video, which ID they like the most. And if you then pick that ID, you're more likely to get high click-through rates from your initial audience, and thus more likely to get 1 million views. And if you really want to go advanced, then make a Kahoot quiz and send that, for example, to your newsletter. But now let's talk about maybe the biggest fix of them all. Your video duration. Avoid the YouTube's dry zone. There's a dry zone in every niche where very few videos of that video length blow up, probably because of viewer behavior. So, extreme example here, an 8-hour long video of soccer transfer news to fall asleep to, that will not work. Another example, in one of my niches, I've noticed that very few videos blow up in the YouTube growth niche that are less than 5 minutes long. And to put this into perspective, of course it makes sense that my 3-minute video with only 1.5 minutes of watch time don't get pushed when almost everyone else makes 7+ minute videos with at least double the watch time. So find the dry zone in your niche and avoid it. Which brings me to 8 things to add in your title to fix your click-through rate. The first one are authority modifiers. For example, CEO reveals, or doctor explains, or millionaire's secret. You basically borrow credibility from an established expertise. And someone who does this exceptionally well is Stephen Bartlett from The Diary of a CEO. I mean, just look at his podcast videos, it's crazy. And he A/B tests his titles a lot. And these work for a reason. So try to see if you can use doctor, expert, or some sort of authority within your titles. Or specific time frames, like 30 days, 24 hours, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. That creates urgency, especially the shorter it is, especially if it's about the video length. Or use specific time frames, like 30 days, 24 hours, 7 minutes, because this creates urgency and it sets a clear expectation from the viewer's time investment. And this is a great example from Dan Martell, where he says, I got 58 seconds. This format itself is working exceptionally well. But what I've noticed personally is that adding a time frame, like 30 days, it increases click-through rate. So try it out for yourself and see what it does. And when you use numbers, either use exact numbers, like this example where he says how I made $32,158 with dropshipping, or multiple numbers like this, I think very creative example from Charlie Morgan, to speak to more people. Or rounded numbers, because keep in mind that sometimes round numbers actually perform better. How do I know? Well, take a look at my thumbnail change and my A/B test results. The number 50 almost got double the click-through rate. Double. In comparison to the number 30, because the number 30 got a 4% click-through rate, while the number 50 in the thumbnail got a about almost 7% click-through rate. Which brings me to insider language. Industry insider or similar examples. Adding this to your title makes the viewer feel like they're getting something exclusive novel information, new stuff. And this is a great example of that. Silicon Valley insider exposes cult-like AI companies. Any insider leak or conversation, any of that can perform really well, especially if it's not clickbait. Whereas this one is more easy to implement, which is contrast. Contrast within your title, especially the word but, can sometimes perform exceptionally well because it signals a plot twist, sometimes even a conflict, and it keeps viewers guessing what is coming. Like this title and crazy example called "This Invention Made Disney Millions, but then they lost it all." Talking about emotion, use emotional triggers like the word shocking, because this promises an emotional payoff or something shocking within the video, right? And I've seen that in my titles, this increases click-through rate. Here's a video of mine where this worked exceptionally well because this video was published on a new channel with, I don't know, like 100, 200 subscribers at the time. And it's called Instagram CEO Shocks with a New Algorithm. Which brings me to personal stakes. For example, I lost everything, or my biggest mistake, or I nearly killed my business. This add a vulnerability and real consequences. And this works really well if, of course, you have a good comeback story. This is the pattern that I've noticed. Like this example, I lost everything, but then I made 180 million in 6 months. Which brings me to scarcity, especially FOMO indicators. In particular, the sentence "before it's too late." This triggers fear. I've seen it increase click-through rate many times for my own videos and this video, which is called "Learn How to Actually Study." before it's too late. Try to see if you can use this part in your title the next time and see what it does for you. Honestly, it's one of the best ones to try. And if you want this one-page document with all the title variations that you can add, then comment the word PDF below. Which brings me to the thumbnail elements. Here are 9 click-through rate increasing elements that you can add to your thumbnail. The first one are arrows and circles. This drives attention, and especially if you use this wisely, you can increase click-through rate by a lot. Now this one can't be used always, but if you can blur or pixelate certain objects or one thing within your thumbnail, it can increase mystery and therefore drive the click. But you can also add a review element like this, especially if it's a really negative one. Or logos, and this one may not everyone who's watching this may understand it, but when I see these logos, I immediately click. I don't know why it is, but when I see these logos, I'm just more likely to click. And by the way, I have many of these elements like the review, the quote, logos, and many other things in my free thumbnail pack. So you can create this, and this in minutes for free in Photopea, or of course in Photoshop. Free download link below. But before you go there, back to the fourth element, which is money. You can add money to your thumbnail, or emojis and icons like the right example, or text, specifically progress text, or text that shows progress. Mr. Beast does this well, Ryan Trahan does as well, and you can do it too. Or this one, status increasing products. If you have a Lamborghini or an expensive car, of course you can show off. If you have designer clothes, you can wear these. If you have trophies, like the YouTube play button, or if you're a sports channel and you have trophies, then show them off. Especially widely recognizable status increasing things work really well. Exact opposite too, if something costs you a lot of effort, it also kind of shows off some, not status I would say, but that you are disciplined, right? So try to see if you can use some of that within your recording setup or your thumbnail. And this can even be the view in your background. Maybe go outside if you don't have a great room or an expensive view. Then go outside, record a part of your intro especially in an expensive, nice building or in front of it. So you can use the screenshot of that as your thumbnail. Or of course you can rent a nice Airbnb once and just record a lot of videos there. Which brings me to another element you can add to your thumbnails, which are celebrities. Now be careful with this one, but because if you start to add all of these celebrities in your thumbnail and you start using them within your videos, a lot of people then come for the celebrities and not much for you. So try to find a balance, but I've noticed that it definitely increases click-through rate. Now before we move to the next one, I have some bonuses for you, some honorable mentions. Use the YouTube editor like my friend Marcus Jones did, where he went from 11,000 views to 4.5 million views because he trimmed out the big drop-off moments around 60 days or so after he uploaded the video. Therefore, removing the entire intro and other boring parts sometimes is the best decision that you can make to blow up your video without uploading new ones. You can find the setting over here. Just try it out on a video that already died out and potentially see it blow up. And also of course comment the word PDF below and you will get my advanced YouTube guide for free, which includes the 5-step method to remove a shadow ban. Trust me, you've never heard about this one before. It's insane. But also the list of 3,000 shadow ban words and so much more. Which brings me to the most important thing on YouTube. Listen closely to what I'm about to ask. This can cause a breakthrough in your life, not just YouTube journey. What if procrastination is nothing but a habit of thinking about the effort instead of thinking about the outcome? Let me ask it again so your brain may explode. What if you could reverse procrastination by simply developing a habit of thinking more about, let's say, the YouTube AdSense payouts that you could get instead of how long it would take to get monetized? Because let me ask you this, do people climb a mountain because they think about the blisters? Or do you think they reach the top because they think about the view or the level of accomplishment they will feel when they are on top of there? Another one, do people go to the gym because they love the pain? Or because there are so many mirrors where they can see their body grow? I think you get my point. Think about the reward so you keep taking action. The views, the ad revenue, think about that. Not the time that the video will take to make. The income, the ability to quit your job or book the holiday or buy the car. Not the effort to write your script. You're not lazy, you're just bored of goals that don't feel real yet. But if there's one thing you must absolutely avoid, it is a strike or channel warning. I recently got one. It often causes a shadow ban for the next 6 to 12 months. And in this video, I share the exact things that you should avoid in your videos. Watch it over here. It's honestly one of my most valuable videos. See you there. Talk soon.